is going to come out and speak quite soon. So we have investors from Poland who are going to come in and talk about how to fundraise money for Central Eastern European startups and how to use crowdfunding or other methods of getting money in. So the representative is from Nomad Fund, and they invest in software as a service, mobile apps, and fintech technologies. So I would like to welcome Wlodek Laskowski onto our stage. Give a round of applause. Thank you.
Hi. Probably most of you have heard about crowdfinancing, which is. Can I have a normal microphone, maybe?
To the middle.
Middle, okay. Probably most of you have heard about crowdfinancing. It's really quite a big thing in the UK. In fact, UK is leading the way. The US is behind. It's actually not possible to use crowdfinancing in the US and give equity for money. And UK is really the place where you can do it. And a lot of Central European startups have this opportunity, and I think they should seriously consider that. The first thing is, why London? Why UK? First of all, it's the biggest center for venture financing in Europe. All the major funds are there. The US funds have usually some presence. Either they have branches of their own funds or they have partner funds. And it's quite easy for individuals to take part in investments. Namely that the United Kingdom has got the best tax incentive for investors. It's a very simple tax break that they get. It's basically a tax break from income tax. So investors who earn money, they have to pay income tax on their salaries, and normally there is no way to get it back. But through investing in startups, it's possible to get a cashback from the government, and the cashback for investments in companies which aim to raise up to £150,000, that's like almost 200,000 euros. The standard tax break is 50%. Also, it's possible to get a waiver of the capital gains tax, so that's another 25%. So all in all, an investor in the UK can get back up to 75% of the money that they invest in a company as a cashback. That created quite a big and fast-growing industry in so-called crowd-financing platforms, where startups can go and they can put their pitches and open them up for investment. Now, the other things to bear in mind is that UK is also a great market in itself to develop and to launch your products. That's why I actually quite like to come here to Lithuania, because I believe that you are actually more motivated to come to the UK than Polish startups. In a way, it's strange because Polish startups they focus first on growing their business in Poland, and most of them are quite satisfied having the Polish market, and they don't really want to take the risk of going outside. Whereas you here in Lithuania, you probably can as well go and launch yourself in the UK, because that's the bigger and more interesting market. Now, in terms of the way that I've devised for Central European startups to go and raise money in the UK is to have a twofold approach. The first one is to have a soft launch of your startup. Because if you just come to London from Lithuania, it will be quite it will be quite difficult for you to get traction, because you come from nowhere, people don't know you, and your chances of raising crowd finance money are not very high. The secret to a successful campaign is that you get the traction early on. That means that you have commitments of investors to bring in at least 30 or 40% of the total amount that you want to raise before you actually launch your campaign. Because by creating that, you show that you have a certain speed of raising money. And those campaigns which do very well, and they actually not only meet the investment targets, but they exceed the minimum level of investments they want to raise, are those which manage to get a good traction. So that's where we set up Polish City Investment Club. We've managed to partner with Google in London to have a venue, and we basically are open to Central European investment bankers and people in investment banking community who want to invest in startups coming from Central Europe. These guys usually earn quite a lot of money and they pay a lot of taxes, which for them is a great opportunity to get it back from the UK government. So our offer to them is very easy, very simple. And at the same time, we also offer them a curated method of working. So they get startups that have been pre-approved by us. On the other hand, I just came back from London and I got a partnership agreement with a couple of the best crowd financing platforms in the UK. And they will basically allow us to have a preferred partner status. That means that the companies that we present to them will be guaranteed to have a place on their platform, which is quite important because they get a lot of applications and they reject quite a lot of them. So we assure them of the quality, and we also assure them that our deals will come already with pre-funding guaranteed. That pre-funding from the Polish City Investment Club is key to the success. It's key to the success of startups that we will bring to the UK market. Of course, there is a condition. The condition in the UK is that it's only a UK registered company which can afford to get a tax break for the investors. For those companies that have been set up in Lithuania already, there is a simple way to manage that, and that's basically to create a UK company as a kind of a holding company, which in turn owns 100% of the Lithuanian company. And then the corresponding shareholding in the Lithuanian company can be moved onto the UK company structure. It's quite a simple thing to do, and also it opens you up to a diverse range of investors. A lot of investors don't like investing in companies which are incorporated in legal regimes which don't offer very good protection for investors. And most UK investors would have no idea about Lithuanian company law. So this is also a very important thing to bear in mind. So that's basically it. In terms of what you would need to prepare to be considered for getting on the platform is just have an investment teaser. It's quite important to shoot a great video. Video is like the main means of communication with investors. It has to be really funny and sharp and snappy. And also it has to show the future. It has to show exactly what is it that you want to achieve. So here we are. We are going to launch the Polish City Investment Club on the 29th of April. As I said, this will be done together with Google, so it will be at their offices in Silicon Alley, which is in east of London. We've already got partnership established with Polish City Club, where I'm a member. So we have like a guaranteed audience of about 50 people. And we have capacity for about 80 to 100. So we want to have a really great launch. We have our portfolio of starter companies already prepared, but we need companies for the pipeline. We are aiming to have one meeting every month. So if any of you are interested, you are welcome to send your pitches to my email address. Thank you very much. Any questions, or you can ask them now, or you can just approach me anytime you want. I will be here for both days. You can just come up to me and talk to me. So feel free. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. So we are now ready to announce the second batch of winners. So we have two companies from the second batch who are going to the finals. And these two companies are Aileen, congratulations, and Sky Biometry. Sky Biometry anywhere? So someone should let them know. We are doing a short break and we'll continue our pitch challenge in approximately 10 minutes. Thank you. you. Can you give a round of applause for yourself? Woo! So we have final 10 startups already to present. Again, very briefly, the rules: 3 minutes for presentation, 3 minutes for Q&A, and be very prudent with your time. So 3 minutes sharp. We have a new jury here sitting. So let me briefly introduce people. We have Arvydas Trumskis, Angelų fondas. We have Marek Rusiecki, X7. We have Olga Titova, RUNET. We have Pavel Bogdanov, Almaz Capital. We have Riku Sepala, who is Open Ocean Capital. We have Simon Jenner, Oxygen Accelerator. We have Wlodek, Laskowski, Nullman Fund, we just presented. We have Dimitri Zarle, Arctic Startup. Good to see our Scandinavian friends here. Timo Heikkilä, Samsung. Did I say that right? Okay. Martin Krarup Christensen, Startup Bootcamp. And last but not least, Dovydas Varkulevičius, Enterprise Lithuania, who is not here. Dovydas, are you somewhere here? Yeah, he's coming back. Give a round of applause to Dovydas as well. He had a long day as well. Okay, so let's kick off with our first company. And I would like to welcome on stage Society. Please give a round of applause.
Hi guys. What if I told you that 90% of worldwide effort in one particular area is actually a waste? 90%. It is commonly acknowledged that 90% of IT developers are being occupied at the moment somebody approaches them. And if you think about it, it totally makes sense. As IT developers are pretty demanded nowadays, and we don't have the necessary tools letting us distinguish available ones from the rest. So, my name is Thomas, and I'm here to tell you quickly about Society, a network of professional IT companies helping them to swap clients and developers among themselves. Guys, please meet Jared. He is from a booming IT company, and he gets another task of finding 5 reliable iOS developers. And Jared starts the search. He tries freelancing platforms, IT, HR, outsourcing agencies. He tries personal networks, but experiences different types of problems, such as not finding developers at all, not finding available developers, and simply many of his options contain big failure rates. So, in general, Jared is frustrated. What we're doing is actually helping people like Jared and thousands of them. We're building a network of professional IT companies in which they swap clients and developers among themselves. First of all, our network is based on professional IT companies. That means on professional developers as well. Our platform, our solution is also based on a search engine, which is capable of distinguishing appropriate and, most importantly, available specialists. And finally, I want to stress that our platform removes the conventional bidding system, which we believe is the root cause of many problems, as many professional companies don't bid. They simply have enough clients and don't want to participate on competition on price. Therefore, in many cases, they simply leave such marketplaces as Elance and Odesk. We remove the bidding, we exchange it with a search engine. So what we're offering, Jared, is actually hiring and starting working immediately. We're offering big scope of competences, and most importantly, we're offering less risks and more control over his project. So Jared is happy. Actually, he's so happy that he decides to take his dream journey to the South Pole naked. But coming back from the South Pole, coming back to Lithuania, we do have here a network already established. We do have more than 20 companies. We do have more than 300 developers in our manually managed network. And we are launching our alpha solution of the search engine and platform tomorrow. We do have more than $60,000 raised in seed funding. We do have a passionate team behind that. And currently, we're looking for extra $40,000 in seed funding. We're looking for consultants, mentors, and we're looking for sales partners. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention, and just remember, 90%.
Thank you, Society. Usual, do you have any questions, jury?
Hi. So, explain me this. the whole world right now is going towards crowdsourcing. They're disrupting the whole market of, by bidding, and that's kind of what's kind of winning the war. And you're going all the way back and going like, hey, we're not going to do that. How do you see that? How are you going to do something what everybody else thinks is wrong?
I mean, if you think about crowdsourcing, in many cases crowdsourcing is based on freelancers and individuals. What we're doing is going the B2B direction. We're targeting professional companies and developers inside of them. And as I mentioned here, we have concrete value propositions to them. We have our proof of concept case study where they actually start developing, start swapping services and so on. Did I answer your question?
I guess. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So companies are usually really afraid of losing their developers. So how do you tackle that problem?
Okay, basically we'll have one thing, agreements. Second, we'll have selected companies within the network. Third thing, we won't have contacts of particular developers. We'll provide with contacts of their PMs. But finally, and most importantly, a solution which came from the companies themselves is the 3 settings of privacy. So basically, one option will be complete privacy and companies using the network internally for themselves, using the platform for themselves to identify the availability of their developers internally. Second option is actually letting them to choose which companies they want to deal with and sharing these resources together with those companies only. And the third option is being open to everyone. So basically, for the biggest skeptics, we offer internal pool, a solution to manage their internal resources, and that's the way they want it to be tackled. So we listen to our customers.
Sorry if I lost in somewhere in the presentation. What's about trustworthiness? If there's going to be a bad developer in the network, and I would tender it, and he would allow us a job. What's then?
So basically, at the moment, we are selecting the companies based on our criteria, on the criteria other IT companies suggested. But with time, we'll build the metrics of performance, how other companies perform, and the search engine will be able to distinguish better ones from the rest. And if someone fails, we'll have a failure in its track record, and you will be able to see that in its profile. So basically, you will still be able to hire that professional, but you will get a clear warning that one time he has already failed. So it's one thing. Second thing, if we have major flaws or something, we simply remove such companies from the network. That's why the network is of selected companies only, and they have to obey to the rules.
And last question. Yeah, sorry, we don't have time. So
Thank you, Asaidi. Cheers. Up next, we have a company that is working on business recommendations, B2B recommendations. Please welcome bizrecommends.com on the stage.
Hello, everybody. I'm from Business to Business world. And let me tell you a story about one of the strangest things in business to business world. We know that 80% of all decisions made by recommendation, but how? By phone or email? Millions, billions, tens of billions dollars worth agreements made by, let's say, 20th century solution. We decided that in 21st century, it's a crazy thing, and we created recommendation platform. This platform has 2 main differences from other projects. It's based only on company accounts, not on people, and recommendations as social interactions. Why? Because it's more simple, it's more easy, and you just can click and see all recommended companies, and it's very transparent. You can see all companies which gave recommendation for company you are interested in. Of course, we know our competitors. LinkedIn, sorry, it's focused on professionals. It's very different from our solution. Yelp or other such services is C2B, not B2B. Google, Yellow Pages, you can find a lot of listings, but no ratings, no quality. Business model, Premium accounts, we have long lists on functionality for additional finance. We started on October. We have 44% user growth rate. And we are operated only in Lithuania. Right now, we are converting to English, and we are looking for global markets. How many companies we have? Small and medium business, 50 million in USA, 5 million in UK. Of course, what we are gonna do, never-ending scientific improvement, never-ending. We want to go to English markets and premium accounts, but our vision is much more bigger. We think that recommendation is like a glue which can connect companies together, and we think that this platform could go to business marketplace. Here, Kęstutis, Paulius, our team, we are looking for investment advisors, and join today. Thank you.
Thank you, Biz Recommends. Round of questions.
You know, it would like to see, you know, trustworthiness of your platform, because now in LinkedIn, most of the people don't trust, you know, recommendations, because, you know, you see that one person recommended the other and they both put the recommendation on each profile. So how are you going to tackle with this problem? Because now in LinkedIn, most people don't trust the recommendations.
We think that recommendation on people-to-people or human-to-human basis, they're too emotional. When we are talking about company-to-company, they are more responsible, and they do not want to be, let's say, in the list of recommendators for bad company, because they think that this will impact their reputation. Of course, reputation is not mathematics. It's a little bit not let's say, numbers. We will have some feelings that not everything is okay, but we think that we need to give value, not exact one company, but shortlisting, 3-5 companies, let's say PR agencies in Lithuania. Then you will go, talk, check, and think, is it good or bad? But not 20, 30, hundreds of agencies.
So you're basically saying the number would increase the trustworthiness of the platform. Did I get it right?
It's one of that. For premium accounts, we have more deep advanced searching. You can just not only recommendation, but why it was recommended. You can select only companies which was recommended only for, let's say, original solution, or only for good pricing. Just select this part.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions for Biz Recommends? No, doesn't seem like it. Thank you very much. Okay, up next we got a company called BranchTrack. BranchTrack on stage. Round of applause, everybody.
Hey guys, my name is Sergey. I come from Riga, Latvia. I'm extremely jet lagged, so excuse me if I just keel over right here. BranchTrack is a spin-off from a larger e-learning company, and what that company does is training for staff in retail chains and banks and other companies on how to deal with customers. It's all centered around experience of actually going out, meeting a virtual customer and talking to them on finding strategies of how you talk to them. We did the first training, which you see now, about 4 years ago, and it was a pretty successful one. We reached a lot of people with it. Almost everyone played of the audience. We had people playing it over and over several times, because it's amazing when people come back to do a training again and then one more time. And most importantly, we got a 13% increase in the average purchase in that company, because the people knew how to sell better. It's real cash in hand basically for the client. So it was a success, and we did it a few more times afterwards, and then we decided not to do that and build a builder for that. So it's a system that allows anyone to build branching dialogues that simulate customer interactions and then use those in training. It's a very smooth builder as well. If you go online, you just have to try it. Even if you don't do anything related, just try it. It's a really cool app. Design-wise, it's also working great and very easy to use. And then you have a lot of options on how you can actually deliver, how you push that training out to the companies, to the company's staff. So it works pretty great for retail companies, anyone who does customer support or customer care. Therefore, we already have a few companies on board with us doing that. That's Safeway, that's about 500,000 people. That's Hyatt Hotels, that's a company that is all about customer care. And eBay, well, I guess everyone heard about eBay. This year, we're going to build a few things. We're going to expand on features. We're going to provide integration with systems like Salesforce, if you heard about Salesforce. But most importantly, we're going to build analytics. And why analytics is cool? Because it allows you to get insight into what your learners are actually doing, and then we can get money from the company per learner. That is a lot of money if you talk about Walmarts and McDonald's and KFCs of the world. So that will allow us to get rich very fast. We have some traction. We are looking for smart capital that would allow us to get more traction like that and will help us to go to market in United States, in UK, and all over Europe. That's it. That was my last slide.
Thank you very much. Any questions for branch track?
I won everyone. No, not you.
So, well, what kind of competitors do you have now?
Right now, it's not that we have competitors. We have a lot of different ways of basically do the same thing. And all of those ways are more expensive, starting from just custom development to using, you can build something like that in PowerPoint. You can map slides to each other, but it really takes a lot of time, doesn't look that good. So it's more about substitution rather than competition.
Why did you choose this particular area? Because, I mean, you could probably apply this in many different things, you know, branching and doing other things. Why did you choose this particular area?
Yeah, well...
what's the mark?
Why this? Well, it's just something that I know. I've been doing online training as a business for over 5 years now, so it came naturally. But every person that I meet suggests something new as a use for that, so probably will pivot to something in the future. It might happen. I don't know, maybe Blizzard with Diablo will come to us and use this for building their RPG dialogues or something. Thanks.
Any more questions?
No? All right.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So up next, we have representatives from the sharing economy. Please welcome Trust Tribe.
Hello, I'm Arni from Trust Tribe, and let me tell you my story. I joined Airbnb in 2012, and over a couple of years, I became a very good and successful apartment renter because I collected so many reviews. When I decided to try out ride-sharing on BlaBlaCar, I must say I had an awful experience at the beginning because it seemed like nobody wanted to share a ride with me. Why? Because I had no reviews. And I wish I had an opportunity to show my awesome Airbnb reviews on BlaBlaCar and to prove that community that I was actually a trustworthy person. And we have a solution for that. It's a unified, easy embeddable, transferable user review system for marketplaces. What is that? That's basically a widget system that any marketplace could easy embed into their website in 30 minutes, or our API to their mobile app, so that their users could start reviewing each other immediately, like you see Lana Del Trust here. The value for users like you and me is firstly, it's much lower barriers to join new marketplaces. Second, it's much easier for us to find trustworthy peers that we want to have deal with. And here comes the value for business. Businesses get access to trustworthy and loyal users. Furthermore, they save time and money outsourcing the review system. So how it all works? That's basically a one user profile containing reviews from various marketplaces, like you see here in the example, the same Lana Del Trust. We divide our competitors into two groups, the ones aggregating and scraping data from various places like social networks, and the ones, which is less crowded as you see, working with live reviews. And I would mention Trustpilot as a good example here, but they concentrate on reviews for e-commerce, while TrustTribe is concentrating on peer-to-peer reviews. We are 6 hearts and minds dedicated to TrustTribe who have already achieved in a couple of months 2,000 user reviews, and to our astonishment we have around 50% review per transaction rate. Our main monetization principle is that we charge marketplaces and not users. And I would also like to mention that we were funded in 2013, and we are currently looking for next seed round funding for further expansion to bigger market. Thank you, and I will be happy to answer your questions.
Thanks for interesting presentation. Tell us, how are you going to solve the trustworthiness of your potential customer database question? Because you have to have more than 20,000 database. You have to have millions of customers. Airbnb and other services take you on and pay for the service.
Could you a bit explain your question? Well, because I got one part and...
Yeah, the question is easy. How you get millions of trustworthiness records in your database to be interested for companies as Airbnb and car blah blah and etc.
Yeah, that's a classical question, and we are solving this. That's probably the main problem to solve. So we are starting with small startups and small medium companies that either do not have such kind of system, or they have a pure system, and they are very much interested in transferability, in the network effect. And we have guys not in Lithuania only, but from Europe and Turkey. That was surprising us. So they want to join us, and there are plenty of them. And there is, I would say, a huge wave of a lot of such kind of services growing up and coming to the market. And yeah, there are a lot of local ones, but if you take a huge group of them, so then it's a quite significant amount. So in that way, we start the network.
The other question of trustworthiness, if let's say, pretend I'm Airbnb, why should I trust blah blah car review? Because it's a car, not a flat or apartment you rented it. That's a totally different records.
Yeah, we solve this easily because our product itself is a review system and it's unified. So there's no such problem anymore, because we are a review system, a platform to review, and we set some kind rules how it should be reviewed. Of course, there will be some data that will be not relevant from Airbnb on BlaBlaCar, but there is always, and from our live examples we see that there is some part of data that is relevant, and you could show and on other places. Yeah.
One very quick question. Misha, the CEO of Fiverr, once told me that marketplaces is one of the hardest startups to start, and it's one of the most failing startups to start. So how big is your market, considering that 99% of your clients are going to be failures?
Well, the market is big enough if you consider that we are starting with this product, and can I still answer?
Sorry, we need to close.
I will answer you later.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Tribe. Our next startup is called SearchNode. Please welcome SearchNode on the stage. Round of applause.
Everybody, 2 weeks ago, I decided to buy a computer. And as I usually do, I went to my favorite e-commerce site and typed Asus computer into a search box. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything because of poor site search results. So I bought computer at other e-commerce site. And the problem is that that first e-commerce site had many Asus computers, but I just couldn't find them. And this problem is especially big for small, medium e-commerce sites because they don't have enough resources to develop sophisticated and cutting-edge solutions by themselves or by already existing corporate solutions. And because of that, e-commerce sites lose money, lose their customers, and lose their loyalty. So that's why we have SearchNode. At this moment, we are working on cutting-edge site search system, which main purpose is to understand what customers are really searching for and present them just relevant results. And when people find their searching products, they buy them, right? So it means that the main value of our products for e-commerce sites is better conversions and the e-commerce increasing and the revenue increasing, as well as user experience. Also, in our roadmap, we have plans to develop business intelligence tool based on user search behavior inside the e-commerce site, which would analyze what customers are really searching for and give valuable insights for the e-commerce sites. And it all requires really sophisticated solutions because Google has set the standards of what great search experience should be. And it's all powered by young, strong, and enthusiastic team. Although we're young, 17, 18 years old guys, yeah, but we started at early age, at age of 12 and 13, and we have already failed a few startups. And we operate software as a service business model where users pay monthly subscriptions to use our services. And you know what? It really works. 1 month ago, we have launched in our closed beta in our local market. And we already have 5 paying customers just with direct sales in closed beta and a little bit of revenue a month. In August, in our local market, we're going to have about 17 customers and a little bit of revenue as well. And our next plans is to build an MVP of business intelligence tool and raise some money. Also now, we feel comfortable about convertible no deals. And one more thing. We are looking for business developers and salespeople related to e-commerce in other countries. So if you are one of them, let's keep in touch after my pitch. Thank you for today, and I would be more than happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, SearchNode.
All right, there's a question.
There are a lot of services being offered to the e-commerce sites to increase their revenue. So what's your pitch, sort of that search is the most relevant one?
Yeah, so we are purely oriented into e-commerce as well as affordable for small and medium e-commerce sites. Also, when we're gonna build an MVP of business intelligence tool, it's gonna be very unique thing and it will be our main competitive advantage.
Do you have any kind of data, what kind of results your search brings? How much improvement?
Yeah, so we have one case, because we have launched just 1 month ago. We increased conversions by 0.7%, which means about 2-3 million liters. It's going to be about $1.5 million a year, million. So it's revenue increasing. Thank you.
Any more questions for SearchNode?
All right,
No,
so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, our next company, Scripta.
My brothers and sisters, bless you. My name is Lucas, and I'm CEO of Scripta, the promised technology that will bring a printed text to the next life. We are living in a dark days when digital multimedia is overtaking the printed text. Text is not attractive anymore because it's not interactive. Information should be accessible for everyone, but language barriers are dividing it. What should we do? I say we must fight. Plan is simple. We take a printed text in any format, digital content via hyperlinks, and we forge them together, camera-capable devices. Implementation. You take a text source you want, you scan it, you get the results. And now we're ready to purge. A sinner is seeking for salvation. He should go to Jerusalem. But how and what he should do? Internet is full of venomous and false information. So he takes a Lonely Planet guide. But books are quickly outdating, and they lack a critical aspect of crowdsourced content. Then remembers being at login and seeing this new remarkable weapon called Scripta. He takes it, he uses it. In front of him opens the multiverse of content. Comments, images, videos, sounds, even best flight tickets. You can call it a miracle. Yes, the best format to search, discover. There are multiple application cases from textbooks, encyclopedias, you name it, even dating. And yes, we will make them pay. Business-to-business sales via advertising like Google AdWords, and we expect to have 87% click-through rates. And yes, we will make pay ourselves via text-enhancing multi-content. Who we are? We are the Frontline Experience Crusaders team. So stand up and raise your hands to Scripta. A revolution of printed text must be in your hands. Thank you.
Any questions for Scripta?
Can you explain like one really great use case for that? I think you skipped it.
Yes. The one I did explain, that let's take a travel guides. You have a text that is quickly outdating, and you have opportunity using Scripta to add virtual content to the printed text. So for example, text guides to Ukraine are not valid anymore, but using a Scripta you can add different recommendations and different content related to the text that is outdated. If you look at the history books and autobiographies, all of you can source maybe your knowledge about location or people you know that are written in the book. So actually this is a tool for publishers and users to create written text or written source together.
Okay, is it different from using an app and a book at the same time?
Yes, but you know that there are new emerging technologies like Google Glasses and wearables that will enable this process to integrate seamlessly. So yes, imagine you are looking at a textbook about biophysics, and it's something in text written about something that you don't understand. So you use your phone to see a multimedia, a video or 3D model of a thing that is written in the text. So basically what it does, it's like multimedia illustrations for the text.
Who decides what illustrates something I read in the book?
So it can be both. The publishers can publish with a book together the bundle of e-content. And the crowd who are reading, they can decide what content they would like to contribute or what is missing.
How is the content contributed?
Sorry?
How is the content contributed?
Oh yes, so use the same process. You scan the text and you mark the portion of the text you want to add your content. So it works like a Facebook. You have like a post and you comment, you paste a hyperlink or even the pictures from a family album.
Any final questions for Scripta? No. Thank you very much. So up next, we have Starway. Give a round of applause for Starway.
Am I heard well? Good. I believe that each of you loves live music shows, but only few people can actually imagine how hard it is to make a live show happen. Hundreds of hours spent on one booking with one artist. Thousands of euros and dollars wasted because of purely managed logistics and transfer. And building a tour is very time consuming. And there is nothing to help, but we have a solution. Starway is a web platform where musicians and organizers interact on their bookings. It helps to save money, it helps to save time, and moreover, it may help to create even more gigs. I show how it works. Okay. So promoter finds a favorite act, and just by one click he puts this act into his roster. When he's ready to book, he may book him directly from his location or be automatically updated about a gig in a closer area and book directly from that very place. This is how agile logistics works in the music industry. So he picks up a date and a place to book, fills up a very simple form, and that's it. Very simple. We know that there are 500,000 artists generating more than 5 million gigs per year. And this is a very crucial number for us because we are going to provide our service on subscription base with limited numbers of bookings. We know that we can get up to 100 artists from one deal with an agency or label. Promoters are likely to be engaged through special unique URLs or widgets on Facebook and SoundCloud, as you see in the example. And we know there are several competitors that the worst problem with them is that they all are targeting all musicians in the world, and there are about 10 million of them. Starway works only with artists who are actually in demand, who have bookings. We already tested MVP, and now we are launching a beta version in a month. Beta version, and we have a very good team for this. It's obvious that such services like Shazam, Spotify, and SoundCloud has already affected the way how we find and listen to music. But Starway is bringing a new change, a change behind the stage. Thank you very much.
Questions for Starway, please?
So I have a two-sided question. One, I've personally worked with big artists, like one of the most known rock bands in Russia, for example, and I brought them to Tallinn. And I know that they never ever sell at listed price. The listed price is just for fools who just call them up. So they would never list the price, and they, it's just not happen. But the small ones, there's already many other things that, Beatsy from Finland is specializing on DJs. There's some other one that's specializing on live music. So how are you different, how are you going to get the big ones and how are you going to get the small ones where the solution's already there?
Thank you for the question. It's a very, very tricky question. So far we decided to segment all those artists due to number of bookings. The more popular artist, the more bookings he gets. So it's obvious that the artists can't reveal their price, but we provide them a certain calculator, to agree on a price within our platform.
Could you elaborate a bit on the business model?
Pardon?
Could you elaborate a bit on the business model?
Business model. Yes, I'll tell you a subscription. So we provide a service like access to artists and promoters to our platform to interact. And due to limited number of bookings, they have a certain set of features of that service. So they pay monthly for access. Any questions more?
Nope. Looks like thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So the next company didn't want to be introduced. So let me just welcome the CEO, Paulus on the stage, and he will do all the explanation for me. So Paulus, welcome.
Paulus has a very serious problem, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have money for a car. He will not play his Xbox this weekend, but he needs to figure out a way how to travel to a very important gathering. His problem is much bigger than appears. He needs to go 300 kilometers to Rokiškis to visit his girlfriend's parents. We are not very pleasant persons, and we don't like guys who travel by bus. So, Paulus has Xbox, no money, no car. Who can help him? He is saved by peer-to-peer rental marketplace called Dalinosi.lt. Xboxes are so popular on Dalinosi.lt that he will have any problem to rent it out for an entire weekend. And he will earn enough money to hire a car for one day. Maybe someone have a car here for 50 liters? Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Good luck, Paulus. So, Dalinosi.lt is not only peer-to-peer rental marketplace, it's also the biggest rental service in Vilnius. Let me quickly introduce our team. So 4 professionals and financial backing, guidance, and belief from Next Year Ventures. Dalinosi.lt has a 4,000 members community, and we have access to 1,100 active items. Our primary stream of revenue is commission from each transaction, but other business models are tested as well at home market. The main categories are cars and gaming gadgets, and I'm another star of our service portfolio is a new product try out before buying, and I'm glad to announce a new partnership with Bose Audio Systems, which start from next week. So you hear just a part of our product, and we ask audience to visit us, to visit our stand over there, and you have an opportunity to win a 1,000 liters gift certificate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions for Paulus and the Dalinosi LT team?
Insurance. How do you handle it? Insurance.
Yeah. So we have 2 offers, and we are in negotiation with 2 local insurance companies now, and we hope that in April we have an offer for gadgets, but not for cars. And we are in talks with Lloyd's of London, but the obvious thing that we need to move out from Lithuania to be interested to Lloyd's of London. So insurance, which will cover mostly part of our items, will come in April.
How do you launch in a new market?
We are planning to launch in September. And we are looking for compact city, but much, let's say compact in area, but much bigger in population in Vilnius. So the primary target is Manchester in the United Kingdom. The first approach is students' communities. So more offline approach than online approach. Of course, from that technology perspective, so pilot, first of all, to collect, let's say 1,000 items, and then to work primary with student communities.
All right, thanks.
More questions for Dalinosi LT? No, thank you very much, Paulus.
Thank you.
So we have 3 companies left in our marathon today, and the first company is Ordurino. Please welcome Ordurino on the stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex, and here I would like to present our product. It's called Ordurino. It's cloud-based software as a service for small and medium companies that helps manage and schedule orders of the customers online. But before, please let me tell a short story. Please meet Mike. Mike is an owner of interior design agency. He has a website to get customer requests, to promote their services, and get quotes from customers. And main business needs of Mike are converting quotes into orders, estimating quotes, notifying customers about changes in the orders. As well, he needs to assign order to company employee to process it. He tried to use different products like emails, spreadsheets offline and online, but without any luck. But someday he revealed our product. And in visual, well-optimized dashboard, he can easily assign order to company employee to execute. He can embed our product in his website in a few clicks and get customer requests and, into Ordurino and process quotes into orders. As well, view visual and attractive and clear analytics on how things are going on and how company and each employee works. Now Mike is happy because in a few clicks he can manage his companies easily without any hassle that it had before. How we are different from similar products maybe on market? First of all, we focus on orders, not only on deals. We focus and help our customers to complete orders by the end in time. Also, we help our clients to increase customer loyalty by instant and in-time notification how things are going on with his order. And as well, we offer outstanding level of customer support, and our customers love it. By the way, our customers currently are from US, Europe, and CIS countries, and they work in different business domains. Quick facts. For now, our customers generate hundreds of orders per day and complete hundreds of orders per day. They reduce it twice daily workload on orders-related management activities and S+. Our customers use, and employees of our customers use our product each day, day by day. These results can be achieved without great team, well motivated. Thank you guys. We do right things, and now we are looking for angel investor to increase our customer base or anyone who has interest in our product and can assist us. Thank you. I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you. Question time by the jury.
What's your largest customer?
Largest what?
Largest customer.
How many people?
Yes, what kind of business?
7 employees.
Small business, very small.
Yep, small business, not large.
What's the kind of main customer segment for this?
My customers, competitors? Segment. I guess it's e-commerce and local services, like home appliance repairing, home services, and service companies. So we offer platform for our customers, and they use it as they need. It can be flexible, optimized, and configured as they want.
Have you done research into how many of them kind of already have a system and how many use Excel or something?
Sure, but I have to say that our customers currently use it before only spreadsheets and emails. So that's first experience, and they're happy, and to be honest, they can't live without our product for now. And they're happy, and for these customers that use it as spreadsheets, we created seamless import of data from spreadsheets into our product. So you can just upload, assign columns, and they will be saved into our product and can filter orders easily and assign, and other features can be done easily. So we leverage this first step to a small step.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Any more? Oh, that's it. Thank you very much, Arduino.
Thank you.
Up next, we have what I think is most likable and our favorite Italian-Lithuanian. Please welcome Claudio and Blue.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So I'm Claudio, I'm from Italy, and I live right here in Vilnius. My dream is to learn the Lithuanian language. Did you know 60 billions are spent every year by people trying to learn the language? Classes, softwares, the mobile application, and believe me, I tried them all. But at the end, I have a problem. Because, yeah, I learn a lot of words, a lot of rules, but still, I don't understand anything. I don't understand my friends. I don't understand the people around me. And I want to tell you a secret, why it's so hard to learn a language. Because nobody wants to learn a language. We don't care about learning a language. We want to use languages. We want to talk with people. We want to read books in that language. We want to watch movies. So instead of learning the grammar, why we don't reverse and we start from here? Why don't we start from the books we can understand, from the movies we can watch, and the people we can talk with? So Blue works very simple. I like cars, and I spend quite a lot of time watching reviews on YouTube. So what Blue does is very simple. It finds for me videos that I'm already able to understand today. Because we know the subtitles. From the subtitles in the video, we're able to tell that there's only few unknown words. And when I click on these words and finally understand them, Blue adapts and finds for me better and better content. Science is on our side. We learn when we understand messages, when we understand what people are talking about, when we understand what we read. And the internet is full of content. We don't need to create it. There's amazing content out there. We just find what it's at your level and about your passions. In fact, we already have 100 languages in the system. We raised only 150,000 euro last year, and now we're developing. 50,000 people tried it, and we got hundreds of testimonials. What they tell? Blue makes me feel confident. It's like the gym. You go to the gym, you don't see your muscle growing, but after a couple of months, after a couple of weeks, you can tell that you understand the reality better. We're growing. People spend 20 minutes a day on the system, and this month we're making 1,000 euro in revenue from monthly subscription. The team is strong and capable of delivering. We've been dealing with a lot of technical challenges, and now we're ready to go to the global market. So we're here today to invite you to be a part of Blue. We are raising 500,000 euro because we want to fix the user experience, and we want to make sure that we're also mobile. People can spend the 20 minutes on the bus to learn languages in a fun way. Our vision is to become a platform for premium content. So if you're learning a language, we can find for you movies, books, music that you can understand today, and it can help you to learn a language. So if you're interested, please come and talk with me. Blue, it's the fun way to learn languages. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Blue. Any questions?
How do you monetize? Is it freemium?
Now we are actually testing A/B testing. We have one version where you get 10 minutes for free, and then you need to subscribe, and the other one where we have certain playlists for free, and we have some premium content that we're selling for €5 a month.
Okay, I wasn't completely sure. So if I want to learn, say, Spanish, and I log into the system, what does it do?
You want to learn Spanish. So you come into the system, we show to you some, you tell me what you like, let's say fashion. So we throw you articles about fashion. And then you need to simply tell which words you can understand. The system is very adaptive. It collects all these words and starts to predict more and more words than probably you understand. So the next article is going to be more tailored on you. And then the next one even better and even better.
Cool.
So do I have to update the system every time I learn a new word? I need to tell it that this is the
We
word I
predict.
learned.
We see, for example, we predict a lot of words. If in English, if you know house, we think you know men, for example. So we do a lot of prediction based on other users. Let's say an Italian learning English, problem and problema, they're very similar. So we presume that you will understand it as soon as you see it. So it's based on your behavior and other users, similar user behavior. So you don't need to really click all the words.
and you have validated it, or
Well, people are paying. We have people, actually, they've been with us for 1 year now, and they were like donating 10 euros a month, and they're still paying. So we know that it works. People are learning, are using it. We just need to bring it to the next level.
Okay, thanks.
Any more questions for Blue? No,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudio. So we have come to the last startup of the day. So 29 companies have gone through, and we have the last one. So I'm very happy to invite Car on Fly onto the stage. Car on Fly.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexei and I'm CTO of Car on Fly project. Actually, this is a platform for drivers and passengers. The base problem is that you spend too much time waiting for taxi booking, misleading information about car arrival and pickup location. There is no direct way of specifying car type you want and lack of driver responsibility. The solution that we are going to provide is a direct connection between passengers and drivers. You can set the car type you want. Drivers may specify the rate in appropriate price range. You can track the route and get the adequate price in real time. Actually leave feedback for better services. Our perspective is a creation of community of engaged people, where passengers get convenience and transparency, and drivers get optimized routes and earn money effectively. Monetizing is transactional, and our interest is included in every trip cost. So actually, driver rate includes service fee. Speaking about the differences in comparison with our competitors, first of all, we provide functionality both for drivers and passengers in the same app. We are developing global bonus points, and we have a fast spreading strategy using agent support. Our team are experienced programmers, server-side, iOS and Android, talented BA and marketing managers. We work using Agile, and we provide quality 24/7 support. And now let me show you our video to give you a better understanding of the service we provide.
One of the best things about Car on Fly is easy and friendly user experience. Let's have a look. To order a trip in our service, you just need to enter the start and destination points and some complementary details. The system will build the optimized route for you. As soon as you are done, you can see the estimates of time and distance. The system will find you the nearest available car and show you estimated trip costs. You like it, you get it. See where the coming driver is in real time. When the trip begins, track your route and cost on the screen of your smartphone. Enjoy and rate your trip to help our community becoming better.
So we're looking for business partners for globalization. Thank you for your attention. Your questions, please.
Thank you, Car on Fly. And jury?
I have a question. Have you considered legal challenges?
I'm sorry?
Legal problems.
Actually, we understand that this depends on local markets. Right now, we're starting in Ukraine. In Kiev, there is no any problem with legal here, so you may register in system just sending your information about license, I mean driver license, your car photo and personal data, and it will work. There is now any legal limitations. But we actually understand that if we speak about USA, if we speak about Europe as well, we are going to adapt our services to appropriate market.
What I meant more was municipalities basically would view you as a kind of a taxi service. And on
Actually,
top of that,
you're right.
Unregulated so Uber, which is like a poster child
they have problems in places like Paris and others.
I understand. But we don't want to kill taxi companies, because actually we may communicate with them, we may provide them with our application, and they may find new clients using our current fly application as well.
So at almost every single pitching event that I go to and every conference, there's at least one taxi app, usually 2 or 3, maybe 5. So the question is not why you're different, but the question is why did you choose to do something that is so competitive right now? Why are you so confident that you can be better and different?
First of all, this market, market of taxi companies is really huge. All our competitors, such as Lyft, Uber, they are working in Europe, in USA, but we are going to provide just a bit another way of taxi services, because we are going to create a social community. We are going to create a global point system so that if you, for example, leave your feedback in Facebook, in Twitter, or just make photos using Instagram, showing our services, we are going to provide you with bonus points that you may actually use in our application. And the feedback that you leave after the trip, both from driver and passenger perspective, is also another cool feature that I think that will be quite competitive in comparison with our competitors.
Thank you. Car on Fly.
Thank you very much.
So that is it. Give another round of applause for yourself, for your stamina that you've showed. We've seen 31 companies actually presenting today. And what we're going to do right now is do a real quick break, a couple of minutes, don't run away. We're just going to calculate the scores, and I'm briefly going to announce the exciting day that we're going to have tomorrow. So just going to be not more than 5 minutes.